Something just flew off the desk. So I'm here today. I wanted to give my guys have been talking to me about the eclipse, of course, and so I wanted to give some advanced. They're talking about advanced notice, things like that. They wanted me to get the video out. Rather than doing it on the day of the eclipse, they wanted everybody to have the information beforehand, because as we lead into this eclipse, there is a lot to be considered, my guides are saying. So hang on, I want to just get that card that fell. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so we're talking about waking up. We're talking about the sacred laws of the universe and the way in which we are ready now because of all the things that have come forward with the astrology, with the change in the energy, all the things that are true about how we have been rolling forward toward our destiny. So that's obviously from the animal medicine card, and I've been shuffling, so here we go. That came out from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So that's what we're doing. This is a solar eclipse on the day of the new moon in the sign of Cancer. It's a brand new eclipse point, and it is referencing back to, I think, 100 years ago. There hasn't been an eclipse like this for a long, long time. Several generations, my guides are saying. And so we're coming out now into the light on the day of a new moon when we are meant to step forward. And certainly we all know that we need to step forward into our journey. And what's happening is we are being released into the beauty way because it's destiny, it's time. And for those of you that don't know, I almost forgot, like guys are saying, we're having a full moon eclipse. In order to step into the energy of the eclipse, it is going to be on this coming Saturday. The eclipse is on the 21st, the 20th or the 21st, depending on where you are. Okay, so it comes to its exact eclipse point at 2:41 in the morning. And what we're going to do is utilize frequency, vibration, sound vibration, technically called Nada Yoga, to capture the vibration of the group. And we're going to have a group travel, in a sense. We're going to go out into the galactic center. And we're going to meet the eclipse energy right at its origination point. And we're just going to infuse ourselves. Two things are going to happen, my guides are saying. We're going to infuse ourselves with that energy in order to come into and be available. There it is. Sacred feminine energy, Shakti. Look at that. Eclipse in Cancer with Sagittarius in the South Node now. It's phenomenally beautiful. So there's a lot of information below if you want to join that group eclipse meditation session. The link is below. There's a link below to the weekly meditation that is using the same techniques and principles. That happens once a week on Sunday. That group is going forward until the 12th of July, which is just after the third eclipse that is coming forward. So we'd love to have you join us, and click the links if you want any more information. It's all there. It's going to be on Zoom. So we'd love to have you. So here are the oracle cards. My guides are talking about the disposition, meaning the station that we're in. There we go. Crow medicine is about the sacred laws of the universe. And what crow does is it picks at its shadow. Pecks and pecks and pecks and pecks. My guides are talking about the way you scratch at a scab. And clearly that's what we've been doing all across the globe. Here in the United States, we're having our Pluto return. So we're coming back to the place, very nearly now, back to the place where Pluto was in Capricorn during the Revolutionary War, out of which came this country. My guides are saying this grouping of people and the Declaration of Independence and all the flawed history that came along with it. So what is happening actually is that we are taking the scab off the wound. So Crow just pecks at her shadow and pecks and pecks and pecks, and eventually the shadow wakes up, and the shadow, my guys are saying, envelops. So in the story of the card, the text will say, Shadow Crow ate Crow, and so now Crow is dead Crow. So we're talking about a death and rebirth process. Clearly we're in it. It's coming forward because of the sacred laws of the universe. That's the place into which our heart mind chakra is traveling. My guides have been talking about it for I think a year now. So the moment is here. The inception point is here. We're going to continue this work for a year because of all the eclipses that are coming forward. So there are links below to go look at the astrology of the eclipse. Please do it. You need to inform yourself. So this eclipse in Cancer is going to affect you in your astrological chart in your sector of home. So go and look at what is where the eclipse point falls in your own chart, so you can begin to understand the inception point in your own life. Where is it? What's the purpose of it for you as a sentient being? What is it that is about to wake up and inhabit you, in a sense, and turn your destiny forward? Because you will be coming into alignment with the sacred laws of the universe through this thing that's waking up. And my guys are referencing back to the eclipse in Scorpio. So there's been a beautiful process going on. And here we are. My guys are saying, and here it is. Like this. This is the process we've been through. It is because of the sacred laws of the universe. Crow medicine is about being in alignment with the correct way of understanding your behavior, your actions. It's a very mystical process. And this is the place, into which the eclipse energy is feeding. It's very interesting to have an eclipse in this way with Sagittarius and the South Node. And we've got an eclipse of the moon. We are talking, on the full moon, an eclipse of the sun. So there's something very new, a new place coming forward. And out of that new place, we will emerge, and we will shift and change and grow over the course of the next year. And beyond. I mean, this process, as long as Pluto is in Capricorn, we're going to be under the weight of this process. And when that's done, and Pluto moves into Aquarius, which will be its next station, then it brings a massive amount of power into the age of Aquarius, in a sense. The power of recreating, the power of futures visioning, things like that. So let's take a look at what my guides want. Yeah. Look. Okay, love it. So that's first. No, I got it backwards. That came out first. All right, and this is what's behind it. So, again, we're talking about what came out of the last full moon eclipse. So if you haven't seen that reading on my channel, go check it out. Very powerful reading. So, again, death and rebirth. This is about being able to heal, and the mystical healing that comes through from the universe from a death process. So what that woman is doing is picking herbs and flowers that grow up directly from the bones of somebody who's buried. That's a gravestone. Happens to be her brother. So we're talking about the that phrase that I'm going to say the family of humanity, because trying to be extremely intentionally inclusive, it's what we need now. So it's about taking that which has gone before and all the things that have passed away, in order to be able to have the healing that comes, because now we are going to come into the heart-mind chakra in a sense. So our desire and our ability to operate and create new structures based on kindness and inclusivity come forward. That's us, y'all. King of Swords lost his power. His hand was severed in a battle. And it was a long, mysterious process, and he eventually actually literally grew his human hand back, and he was able to rise back to his throne. So what we're talking about is a massive amount of clarity. And in a sense, being a warrior with the intention of hope and uniting the family, Cancer, those kinds of things, with kindness, with equity, with joy, love, energy. That's what's been coming forward. So that's what we are pursuing. My guides are telling me, this person had their death process. There's growth coming out of that. And the reason is, I've been contemplating this a lot, and the folks who have been in this meditation group that's been coming forward now, I think for 6 or 7 weeks, there's a lot of, we feel it within the group, and the meditations have been very deep. The types of conversation that are coming through to me, my own realizations, etc., the intention that we carry, each of us as individuals, if you believe and you understand yourself to be a spirit being in human form, a quantum string of energy, here in this place, to have this opportunity to weave this tapestry of souls together, all the energy that's meant to come forward. That's what we're seeing in the oracle cards. And as we do that, we begin to be able to understand the intention that is our being. There's an intention that came through us. Look, thank you, Spirit. Look at that. There's the new moon. Many of you are familiar with these cards now. If you're not, see the portal opening because of the eclipse on the day of the new moon. Solar eclipse. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we have this moment. This is a prophecy. We are bringing forward prophecy through all the, my guides are saying travail. Yeah, all the work that we've done. They're speaking English and Spanish at the same time. So they're talking about the travels that we've had, the trajectory we've been on, and the problems, the challenges, all the healing that had to come forward in order for us to come up out of the dark into the light by traveling with the shadow side and packing and packing and packing and packing and packing at it, and all the conversations that are coming about that in these days. So now this prophecy comes forward. It's a moment of self-actualization, human activation, spiritual activation, to bring forward a prophecy, an individual self-actualization. That's the process we're going through as a collective. And of course, without a doubt, we all understand that it brings forward balance. The balancer of harmony. And so that is the desire of the collective, is to be able to stand in the swirl of the energies and bring forward new growth, having been healed. And it's interesting because it sits on the table like this. Check it out. All right, 2 notations. So the energy building from the intention of the healing. We are intent on getting our power back because we are seeing all the places where we have given up our power for kindness, inclusivity, awareness, and the way in which the structure that we operate with has been, my guys just said illicit. Do you see? Right down the central meridian. So it's interesting that we're having this Cancer solar eclipse on the day of the new moon. We see this come out, and then we see, it's like this. And then we see the healing coming forward. Standing in balance, the balancer. So I like it. All right. More love energy. That's the 6 of Cups. So we are taking a traveling forward because we have been into the deep with our introspection and our desire to be in connection with the sacred realm. This is about nostalgia, and we all look to the past, and we want things to be nicer, kinder, simpler, filled with love energy, the way some people feel as though it's always been. But that's just for some people. And until we all feel that way and we can all claim that as our birthright, then none of us are free. It's just what's true. We know. Some of us choose not to know because it's frightening. So there's a lot of chatter going on in the background about it's time to emerge from the place that we've been resting. We have digested ourselves long enough because of the crow energy. Our hearts are heavy. See the stone upon the heart chakra. And we do our best to go deeply. They're talking now about the meditation that's coming forward on Saturday. If I didn't say it, it's at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to be here on the earth. Do you see the fronds coming in from the universe? We're going that far out into the galactic center in order to be able to rise back up. And here's the bridge card for the reading. Death. In this deck, the death card is the liberator of devotion. So we are literally liberating ourselves now. We have the ultimate assistance of the universe. There will never be another moment like this for, well, my guides are saying eons. What they're referencing is how long will it be before we have the assistance of Pluto and the type of retrogrades that we have. The first planet that comes out of retrograde just after the eclipse is Venus. She steps forward. Love, beauty, harmony, abundance. Because we've been liberated. I have to cover that up. So we're talking about the sacred portal. And we see this portal coming through in the reading like this. Do you see the shamanic moment? The shamanic intention? Carrying souls, that's what the head represents, across the portal. Back into the womb of the universe. That's where we're going. All right. I hope you can all join us. It's going to be a really beautiful meditation. Very deep. In order to bring forward harmony. So we're being liberated. And what I love about this is because, you know, this card that comes out in the readings, my guides have always called it the bridge. And it's the place that we walk across the bridge, euphemistically, with our energy. What is the energy that's waiting for us at the midpoint in the bridge in order to carry us forward over to the other side? To the place where our souls reside? The reflection of our human destiny? Our prophecy? Total transformation? Being able to be a beacon of light in this place because we touched the stone of destiny, illuminated by the eclipse on the day of the new moon. A new pathway forward. Oof, I'm getting choked up, gang. It's very beautiful. So, first card on the soul level, that's the Three of Cups. There have been many things standing in the way of this type of progress. And all along, deep down, what we all want from the traditions that we come from, and we want harmony. We do want to be connected. We want to be able to share our energy with each other in a 4D, 5D kind of way. And if not that, if it has to be, if we're not ready, right, and we're going to stick around in this 3D, okay, my guys just said level location, then we want at least this. We want to at least be able to get rid of the things that would stand in the way so that the energetic joining can happen and we can celebrate love energy without blockages. That's the soul intention of this moment. And from the collective, that comes from you. You're feeling it. I know you're feeling it. I know. I've been walking around the house crying for weeks. When this moment happens and we walk across the bridge and we remove the obstacles energetically, part of what we're experiencing, it has to do with our ability and our willingness to carry the intention of connection forward. Because you are an intention. We all hold the intention. I've been having a lot of conversation with my family about all kinds of things now that these crises are here and we step forward on a new moon with a solar eclipse coming into the full light of the sun. And look at the fire energy there. It's beautiful. The foundation of battle. It's the Six of Swords. You see the spirit realm in the background guiding us? And the male energy that moves energy forward. This is a brand new inflection point, a new inception point. Six of Swords, victory in this battle. And sits on the table like that. See? It's a powerful moment. Very powerful. We're coming to the end of that type of a battle. We're coming into balance. Very definitely. All right, Spirit. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to take them. See these two? Here's the first one. No surprise. Look. 10 of Cups. The place where love energy resides, and we see it emerge. This beautiful solar eclipse is into actually releasing the divine feminine energy. That's what's literally happening. And we're going to be using that divine feminine energy to light the pathway. So the photo that I put on the reading, my guys are saying the nomenclature, things like that. It's the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is a sacred pathfinder. That's what we're doing. Finding the illuminated path, the beauty way, is what came out in the cards today. So, 10 of Cups, total happiness and wisdom, the sacred salmon of all wisdom, joy, happiness, abundance, when it comes to love energy. So, I love that on a soul level, we're going to take care of it now. We're going forward. Whatever we thought was an obstacle in our path, we're done with it. Because we have battled with that long enough, and we've come to a new foundation. And we intend to have victory together as a tribe. So you see the other swords coming in? People behind this warrior? It's the ability to join the tribe and to have victory with this point of reset, this Shakti energy, so that the foundation that we're on is actually love energy. 10 of Cups. And we see it now on a soul level. I think we actually experience it through the pain that's been coming forward. We really experience this. And we come in to our wisdom place. There you go. So pay close attention to the cycles of the moon. We're talking now, again, about the water element, the moon card. Sacred feminine energy, the imaginer of harmony. This is a station into which we are arriving because of the cycles of the moon and the way the moon cycles have come forward for the last 3 months. So go look, check out the readings on my channel, look at the astrology, ponder deeply. This is the imaginer of harmony. And we have in the human realm the liberator, the balancer of harmony. It's quite beautiful. So let's take up the piece of work that needs to be done. If you cannot come and join us at Moonrise Cottage for this intense, really deep, very beautiful travel out into the galactic center to meet the energy of the eclipse and take up the energy of moving forward into a place of Shakti, feminine energy, in order to understand how to travel into the harmony using the moon cycles. So from this new moon through to the next full moon, pay very close attention to your own energy. It's going to be very intense. And we're coming into this place of being the wisdom holders. That's what we want. So there's a lot of major arcana. Right, the hermit. We're going to go deep. In this deck, it is the counselor of truth. Having come into our maturity, our wisdom days, and we're just ready to receive because we stand in the deep. Hang on, my guys want me to show you something. They want you to take the inference they're saying. This way. We've been through everything we need to go through. And there's enough collective energy at this point that we wake up and we come into the maturity of the cycles that we have been traveling through in order to emerge into Shakti energy. It's beautiful. So I'm just going to, they want me to show you the cards, and then we're going to pick from the bag of runes. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. So my guys are talking about looking into the swirl of the fire energy of the moment. The sun. It's uranium, which is radiant energy. And what we're bringing forward is this. It's a legacy. It's a legacy moment. Light. To see the image of a human person there in the swirl, holding the light in their hands. So it's quite an intense, powerful moment. If you have not finished the process of releasing and letting go of those things that do not work, that cause chaos in your life, that cause you to be unhappy, that cause you to be stilted, that cause you to not be fully present, in these next coming days, please finish those processes. Look deep about what it is you're needing to let go of. Anything that does not create harmony in your life has to go now, because it will weigh you down, and you're meant to be a light, a body of light energy walking forward with the collective. So make sure you do that in whatever way you have to address that. Do it gently, if possible. And prepare yourself to turn into this destiny. That's what my guides are saying. All right, spirits, can you please tell us something about this beautiful eclipse, gorgeous solar eclipse on the day of the new moon? Cancer eclipse. Okay, they want this one. Hang on. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so what came out was Rider. I'll show you this, and we'll read it together from the book, okay? I think I didn't say it, but I always publish a photograph of the reading on the community tab. There's a notice there as well if you look on the community tab when you go to the homepage on my channel. So there's a link below for the eclipse. There is a link I posted in the community tab, and the photo of these cards will be there as well, okay? Okay, so we're talking about sacred journey. Of course, my guy just said, of course we are. So, there it is. Rider, journey, communication, union and reunion, 6 of Cups. There are things coming out of the past, intention. The intentions that we had that were never fully realized, that is the information that's coming forward now. And it's taken us all this time, and now we're ready to emerge out of the lotus that opens on this beautiful day of solar eclipse. So this rune is concerned with communication, with the attunement of something that has 2 sides, 2 elements, and with the ultimate union that comes at the end of this journey, when what is above and what is below are united and of one mind. Love that. So our inner worth mounts, and at such a time you are not intended to rely entirely upon your own power. Instead, ask what constitutes right action. And I don't think I need to make any inferences about that. We're literally talking about the destiny all across the globe, very particular here in the United States, a certain type of destiny that requires us to perform some introspection and some communication to delve into the question of what constitutes right action for us as a society. Thank you, Spirit. So it is time to ask through prayer and meditation. It is time to address the witness self, the teacher within. Thank you, Spirit. That's what that's about. Okay. They're talking about the meditation on Saturday. And in fact, if you're out there and you want to join the meditation that happens every week on Sunday, join us. We'd love to have you if you can't make Saturday. Okay? Whew. So address the witness self, the teacher within. And once you are clear, you can neutralize your refusal to let right action flow through you. You know, for some of us, this is a massive shift and change. It's really hard when you're not able to acknowledge the challenges and the problems and the things that need to have change because you haven't experienced them. It's part of the discussion that's going on in my own family of origin. And we really love each other, so we're addressing the challenges that we have because of who we are. 8 of us, right? Plus my mom. My dad's passed on. So it's a lot of discussion. Everybody's got their own set point. Everybody has their own belief system. Everybody has their own set of experiences. That's what the communication is for. We have to weave through that now with love energy, Shakti energy, to understand what the goal is, and knowing that sometimes the road is going to be a little bumpy, but trusting and loving enough to know we'll get there because we can do it. That's the way forward. That's why there's nostalgia through the 6 of Cups woven into the reading. So my guides are taking that, and as you can tell, they're going way out with it. So I'm going to bring it back in. So once you're clear, you're able to neutralize your refusal to let right action flow through you. In these moments, do not be intent on movement. Be content to wait. And while you wait, keep on removing resistances. As these obstructions give way, all remorse arising from trying to make things happen disappears. Because this journey is towards self-healing, self-change, union. You are concerned here with nothing less than unobstructed, perfect union. But the union of heaven and earth cannot be forced. So regulate any excesses in each in your own life, my guides are saying. Material advantages must not weigh heavily on this journey of the self toward the self, capital S. It is time to stand apart even from like-minded others. The notion of strength in numbers does not apply at such a time, because this part of the journey, the soul's journey, it cannot be shared. This is another of the cycle runes, and Rider carries within it the form for the rune of joy. So this rune looks like, in English, it looks like an R. The rune for joy is P, we would say the letter P. So it is a journey into the joy of our existence. And the intention that comes through all of us, because you're here, you carry a sacred intention within you. And your hair is a sacred string of energy carrying that intention forward. So first admit it has to blossom and arise from within you. And as we know, it can be a challenge to stand with a group of like-minded others, a place where you feel comfortable, so that you don't have to move because you're comfortable there. It's not making it anymore, basically. And we're finding it out. No matter, what side of the equation you think yourself to be inhabiting, my guides are saying. Okay. So the end of this journey is in sight. You will no longer be burdened by what you have left behind. Heaven above you and earth below you unite within you to support you on your way forward. Beautiful. Getting all choked up. So a simple prayer for the soul's journey is I will to will thy will. So you are your purpose. You are an intention that came forward out of the universe, and you find yourself here. Why? What is the purpose, the intention that is inside of your existence that you carried forward to arrive into this place for this moment of intense destiny and a sacred turning into Shakti energy, sacred feminine energy, through a solar eclipse on the day where we go forward utilizing Cancer energy. So my guides want everybody to ponder the depth of that notion and what the intention would be to have the moment arrive in that way, right? The energy stacked up, the cosmology, the astrology stacked up in that way. So this prayer of intention is proper on any occasion. It is a particularly appropriate prayer as a preamble to healing. So gang, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I have opened up set the meditation meeting for Zoom. We can have quite a number of people in there, although there is a limit. So I'm looking forward to joining all the other souls that are doing the same exercise, each in their own way, all across the globe. There is a massive global meditation, prayer, healing ceremony